Hey there, it's Miriam here at CES 2017. I'm here with Seshu Madhavapeddy, who's with Qualcomm, as you can see from the sign behind him. Hi Seshu, how's it going?
Hi, doing well.
Alright, so tell me what you do at Qualcomm before we get started.
I'm the Vice President of Product Management for IoT at Qualcomm.
IoT, so we're going to talk a little bit about that for sure, because IoT is a huge part of the show. And one of the things I'm kind of interested in finding out from you, and from Qualcomm's perspective, is what you think are the top trends, tech trends at CES. So like,
Sure.
You can start with anything, maybe IoT since it's your realm, but I'd love to also hear maybe what you personally feel was a cool thing that you might have seen on the show floor that you think might be a trend and become a thing in the future.
Certainly.
So what's your number one?
Virtual reality.
Oh, right.
Without a doubt.
Cool.
This show is an IoT show, and the gadget that you'll find almost everywhere on the show floor is virtual reality. That's a trend that's here, and it's going to change how we experience content in the future.
Do you think it's finally maturing, at least in the mobile space? I mean, it's been in the gaming space for a while, right? But how do you see it maturing? Because I think that's the key, right?
I think it's gone mainstream in the mobile space with Google Daydream, which we are enabling on Snapdragon 835 that's been introduced at this show, which is the premium new chipset for mobile from Qualcomm. And so 835 with Daydream does take virtual reality in mobile mainstream.
Definitely. I'm very excited to see what's going to come out of the 835. I mean, these ODG glasses are really amazing to start.
They are.
And I want to see more consumer products with it. I'm actually, I'm a bit of a phone reviewer, so I'm looking forward to the first phone with 835.
Right.
But I really think, I wasn't surprised when it was some sort of like eyewear, because I kind of figured that's what would happen.
That's right.
It just makes more sense. That's what this chip seems to be made for. So.
Exactly. From a standalone VR, AR perspective, the devices have been somewhat clunky in the past, but ODG has really shown what's possible with new technology like the 835. You can build something that's much lighter and much more aesthetically pleasing and more comfortable to wear,
for sure.
And yet incredibly immersive in the experience it delivers.
What would be your number two?
My number two would be drones.
Drones? Yeah? You know that drone demo at the keynote yesterday?
I was going to say, did you see it?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm an engineer, so I kind of have to do the mathematics of what's going on. Right. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. But I think even if you're not an engineer, like seeing these drones, how quickly they're in the environment, how they are able to follow each other in formation is really impressive.
Exactly. I think it's the confluence of many technologies. It's machine learning, it's computer vision, it's advanced processing that Snapdragon delivers, and all of those combined with autonomous navigation, which is important for drones. So it's really coming together, and the demo that you've seen that our CEO showed at the keynote was just amazing.
Number three. Don't worry, we won't go all the way to 10. Maybe we'll do 5 or something.
I have to say number 3 definitely is autonomous cars. What's happening in automobiles is revolutionary. It's really going to fundamentally change our lives. It's going to make it a lot less stressful. And it's also going to be good for the environment. You'll have a lot less traffic congestion when you take the human element out of driving. And, it's such a mundane task that it's time we gave it to the robots to take care of for us.
So, I mean, it's being discussed and demonstrated at CES for a few years now. What was the standout thing for you in terms of autonomous driving that you heard about or saw here at CES?
It's 5G. The potential of 5G to finally really make autonomous driving possible. Because the amount of connectivity you need to the cloud, and also between cars, and also between cars and the traffic infrastructure, has to be extremely low latency and high bandwidth. And 5G is going to make that happen. And of course, Qualcomm is leading the charge to bring 5G to the market. So we think that 5G is going to be fundamental for making autonomous cars ubiquitous and a reality.
So you're looking at V2X, onboard communication telemetry.
Absolutely.
And of course, entertainment for the passengers and driver.
Exactly.
Driver with quotes. I'm doing air quotes, you guys can
That's
see.
right. and machine learning, the low latency capability of 5G, because you're going to have a lot of interaction with the cloud. And in order to drive that, you need extremely low latency technologies like 5G.
Great. Okay, let's try number 4. If you run out, you can just say no more. But I think let's try 4. There's got to be one more because you haven't talked about IoT yet, so I figured.
Well, one of the things that doesn't get talked about much, but I think is incredibly powerful, is IoT as it applies to industrial and smart cities. There are so many things that you could do by making devices more intelligent. Take a simple thing like a parking meter, or even a street lamp, or a water meter, or a gas meter. These are all going to become connected and intelligent. And when that happens, you're going to have huge savings in energy and much greater efficiency and much greater greener technologies are going to be possible. So that is going to actually change the infrastructure around us without us even noticing it. And the potential for the good that it can do is huge.
Great. So, okay, let's do 5 and then we'll be done.
Okay.
What's your 5th trend of tech trend of CES 2017?
5th would be home control and automation. Everything in your home, whenever you go and buy something new, when you bring it back, you'll find that it can connect to the internet.
Of course.
And it's going to be a very slow and silent revolution, but pretty soon you're going to wake up and say, how did I get here? Because everything in your home will be connected to the internet, and it's going to become much smarter, and you will find huge benefits as a result.
It's going to be like that song by the Talking Heads. How did I get here? I think for me, you're absolutely right. The big observation for IoT for me this year is much more interconnectivity between all the platforms.
That's right.
They're starting to talk to one another. Hooray! No more islands. And that to me is a big deal because you can't really have home automation without it.
Exactly. What it reminds me of is actually what happened at the turn of the century in '99 about the World Wide Web. All of a sudden there was this realization that you could change commerce from brick and mortar to web-based, and that unleashed tremendous amount of creativity and actually changed business processes. And the same thing is going to happen with IoT as it applies to hitherto things that were not smart, not connected to the internet. When you connect them to the internet, when you add machine learning capability and cloud computing, you're going to unleash tremendous creativity and potential.
Well, listen, it's been a good conversation. I really appreciate your insight, Seshu, on everything we've seen here because, it's funny because I'm hearing you speak and I'm like, yep, indeed. So maybe one last thing, like a bonus question. What was the one thing, doesn't have to be a tech trend, the one thing you saw at CES that just made you like, wow, I'm so glad I came, this is totally worth it?
Well, I saw this company that has a technology that gives you haptic feedback through the air. I thought that was really cool.
Wow, I haven't seen that one yet. You'll have to hook me up when we're done the video. Thanks so much again, Seshu, for being here. We're at the Qualcomm booth here at CES 717. Stay tuned for more videos. Cheers, everybody.